Hi Fleethunt users, in this video we will give you a demo about how to use the Fleethunt ELD application. As we can see on the screen, this is the Fleethunt ELD's icon. When we click on this icon, we come up with a login screen. Here we have to enter the username and password that is provided to you by the support. So we will enter the username. After entering the username password, we will click on login to my account. It gives us this pop-up, no connection to ECM. Some required data elements may be missed because the ELD is right now not connected with our phone. So we will click on just OK. The screen boots up and gives us the home screen. That means that we are logged into our account. The first pop-up that comes up whenever we log in is that we have uncertified logs, because the application keeps a data of our last 14 days logs. If we are logging in for the first time, it will give us last 14 days blank logs that are not certified, and we have to certify our days log on daily basis. So right now it is giving us the notification that we have 14 uncertified logs. If we want to certify it, we can click on OK, or we can certify them later. So right now we will click on yes. Here it shows the last 14 days logs which are uncertified. At the end we have a sign option. We will just simply click on it, put our signature over here and agree. That means all our previous logs are certified now. So now this is the home screen of the Fleethunt ELD application. On the top right corner, the first thing we do whenever we log into the application is that we select our vehicle and connect with our vehicle. At the top right corner of our screen, we have a box saying no vehicle. When we will click on this, here, as this is a demo account, I can't see any vehicles, but when you will click on it, you will see all the vehicles that are present in your fleet. You will select the vehicle and this box will come up in blue color. That means the ELD is connected via Bluetooth to your phone. And when your vehicle's ignition is on, it will show ignition on, and this box, which is right now in red color, it will be highlighted in green color. So when our vehicle is connected, it will show ignition on in green color. Along with this, a box will come up saying ECM, and it will also be in green color, and the vehicle box will show the unit number that we have selected, and this box will come up in blue color. That's how we select our vehicle. So the second step is changing our duty status. So as we can see on the screen, we have four options: a black option of off duty, a orange color box for sleeper berth, a green color box for driving, and a blue color box for on duty. Whenever we want to change any duty status such as on duty, sleeper berth and off duty, we will click on that box. It says that the ELD is right now not connected. Whenever we click on this box, the location will be automatically picked when the vehicle is selected, and the location will be automatically picked up as the ELD is connected. A similar on duty location prompt will come up. It will show you your location. Right now it's not showing me my location, so I will just enter Winnipeg. It will, for you, it will automatically give you the location. It will ask you for a note to be entered. Every time we change any duty status, a note is to be entered, then only the duty status gets changed. And when we will hit on submit, our duty status is changed. Right now, as we can see, the line has come down to on duty from off duty. So whenever we are changing any duty status, on duty, off duty or sleeper berth, we have to put in a note and the duty status gets changed. So that's how we change any duty status. Driving is automatic. When the vehicle starts moving, the drive event is automatically created. So we will never change the duty status, driving duty status on our own, because it will be automatic. On the screen, as we can see, we have our graph. It is below the graph, it is showing our drive time, our shift time, our break time and cycle time. Here we can see the overview of how much drive time, shift time and break time we have left and the remaining cycle hours. Along with this, we can see the American flag. When we will click on this flag, we have the option to select the Canada or US cycle. If I will click on Canada, it will change my cycle to Canadian cycle. So this is how we can change our cycle. Below the graph, we have three options: pair SP, yard move and personal use. The pair SP option can be clicked on by simply clicking on pair SP. We will click on OK. When it is active, it will come up in black color. So we can simply click on it and on our pair SP or off our pair SP. Simply, and similarly for the yard move and the personal conveyance also. So the pair SP option is for when we split our sleep. The 8 hours in Canada or 10 hours in US, the consecutive break that we take between the shift, if we are splitting that sleep, then we switch on our pair SP. For the pair SP, the minimum time that will be counted is of 2 hours when a single driver is driving and 4 hours when we are driving in a team. The yard move option only works when the duty status is in on duty, as the yard move is considered in on duty. The personal use will only get activated when our duty status is in off duty, because the personal conveyance is considered is in off duty. Okay, so right now I'm trying to select switch on my pair right now I'm trying to switch on my personal conveyance. So here I will write personal conveyance. Okay, and submit. So my PC will get on. So the personal conveyance has a limit of 75 kilometers in Canada, and we can only drive with a bobtail. No trailer should be attached when we are using the personal conveyance option. Just below that, we have three options: co-driver, trailer and shipping documents. So for adding any co-driver, we will click on the co-driver option and it asks us for the co-driver's login. So right now I'll try to log into another demo account just to show you how do we log into the co-driver. It will show authentication failed if I am entering a wrong username or password. So yeah, now we are logged in, and as we can see now, against co-driver it is showing me demo. So right now the demo driver has been selected as my co-driver. When you are working in a team, it is better to use the application in a single device so that the logs are properly made, because both the drivers should be logged in at the same time when we are driving in the team, so the logs are properly made. While switching the logbook of any driver, we will just simply click on the co-driver option. It will give us the option of which logbook we want to open. If I want to open the demo drivers book, I will click on demo driver. Now the demo drivers book has been opened. As you can see, he is still on off duty. I can click on duty. The location is not being picked up because it's a demo being given to you, and our ECM is not connected right now. So now I am on duty, right? I will click on it and simply switch on it, and I can simply switch the books between the teammates. Now we have the trailer option. If I will click on the trailer, here I can enter my trailer's information. So we simply put on the unit number or the trailer number over here. For example, if my unit number is 1001, I'll click on it and the trailer number is added. For the shipping document also, similarly, we will click on shipping documents and we can put the reference number of the shipping document, and that will be updated over here. So this is how we add a co-driver, trailer or shipping document in our application. So this is the home page, and this is how we use the options given on the home page. The next option at the bottom of the screen we can see is of HOS, or Asset Hours of Service. We will click on the HOS section. It gives us an overview of how much drive time, shift time and cycle time I have left in US, as it is selected US. I can click on Canada. I can see how much drive time, shift time will be left if I'm using the Canada cycle. The cycle is not switched from here. Here we can just check how many hours we have left in US or in Canada. But the cycle, if we want to, like during border crossing, when we want to change our zone, that will only be changed via this flag. Now coming back to the HOS, in the HOS section, as we can see below these three circles, we have last 14 days. So we have a list of last 14 days. If we want to see any logs of any particular day of our previous days, I can simply click on it and see how my log was. So this is the overview of the HOS. The third thing is the inspection. It is for the inspection part. The fourth is for the DVIR part, and fifth is for more. Along with this, I'll tell you how do we do a pre-trip. Whenever we start our shift, firstly I will select my vehicle, then I change my duty status to on duty and enter pre-trip in the notes, right? I'll show you from the starting. So right now I entered my location and I entered pre-trip and submit. Whenever we change our duty status from any other duty status, a clock starts in that duty status. Okay, so right now when I will enter pre-trip and I'm on duty, then the next thing I do is fill in my inspection report for the DVIR or the DVIR. So after entering my duty status on duty and in the notes entering pre-trip, I'll click on the DVIR section, the fourth option at the bottom of the screen. At the top right corner I have a plus sign. I'll click on it. It will show me my trailer number, the vehicle, because that is not selected, so it is showing me no vehicle. For example, my vehicle is 1. The option is automatically inspection type is on pre-trip. We can select it on post-trip. If we are doing the post-trip inspection, it will show me my odometer in the odometer section. It is showing me my location. In the notes I can enter if I want to mention anything. Okay, the next option we have for vehicles and trailer, and it says add and remove vehicle defect. If I will click on this, a list of the parts of the vehicle comes up. So while doing a pre-trip inspection, if I have any defect in my vehicle or on my trailer, I have the options to select that particular defect. If the defect is not exactly selected or shown in this list, I can click on the others and then in the notes enter the exact defect I have. So right now we will not select any defect because we don't have any. If we have any defect, I can simply choose from these two options and enter the details in the notes. I have an attachment option over here. Tap to add attachment. If I want to attach a photograph or a file, I can attach it over here. I can simply click a photograph of my defect and tap to add attachment. I can select that photo from my gallery and update it on my DVIR. If I select any defect, then I have to click on this to defect corrected and defect needs not to be corrected option. Below that we have the option to put the driver signature. So after adding the defects, if we have any, or if we don't have any defects, we will not add any defects. We will simply move down and there's a box of driver signature. We will click on this box and here comes a box to enter the signature. I'll put my signature and agree and then hit on submit. And my DVR will be saved. So this is showing me the DVR I have filled for today. So this is how we do the pre-trip inspection and fill in the DVR report. Moving back, now we have the third option of inspection. Here we can see the last 14 days logs. Whenever a dot officer pulls us over and asks us for the our previous 14 days logs, we will click on inspection. The first option we have is to review logs for last 14 days. We will click on the begin inspection. It shows us our logs data for that particular day and we can simply toggle back on the screen and check our last 14 days logs. Then we have the option to send logs for previous 14 days plus today to yourself. So we can click on this send logs option. If we want to save our last 14 days logs on our email, we will simply put in our email ID over here and click on, for example, I'll put my email ID and simply click on send. My last 14 days logs will be sent to me over my email. The third and the last option is for send ELD output to dot or CCMTA. When we will click on send output file, we have three options: web services, email and email CCMTA. When we are in USA and a dot officer pulls us over, we will simply click on the web services option that is automatically selected. We will put in the official comment that will be provided to us by the dot officer. Put that comment over here. That will be generally in digits form like 1423, and we will click on send and our last 14 days logs will be sent to the FMCA site. The third option is for the email. Here also we can put the official comment and click on send and it will be sent to the FMCA. Third option is for email to CCMTA. If you are pulled over in Canada, then we will put in the email ID of the dot officer, the official comment and click on send and our logs will be sent to the dot officer. The DVR section we have done this. Here we can see our DVRs that we have like filled in for the day. If like this is the pre-trip, if I am doing the post-trip, then the post-trip DVR will also be saved over here. The last option we have is for the more. It is the general overview or the user interface for the application. Here I can see my name. I can change my password if I want to. General settings. I can select in which format I want my odometer to be. If I want my carryover trailer and shipping docks on logs, yes or no, that I can select and save. Documents, if I want to update my driver license or any details, such as I can update my details over here. Cycle rules, I can switch my cycle rules, Canada, US. Right now I'm in Canada cycle. I have two cycle options in Canada. One is the 70 hour 7-day cycle and another is 120 hours and 14-day cycle. And the zone also I can select north or south zone, and I will click on save, and that cycle rule will be applied to my logs. If I will click on US, here also I have the option to select my cycle rule for US. It may be 70 hours 8 days or 60 hours 7 days. So this is the overview of the Fleethunt ELD application. It is a pretty simple application, and if you need any support or you have any queries, you can simply call us on the supports number that is 24/7 available. The number is 204 818 2353. I hope this video will help you out about how to use the ELD application. Thank you for your time and thank you for choosing Fleethunt. Have a nice day.